यमुनातीरावनाचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासां ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the status quo, chapter number 23, Devahutis Lamentation, and text number 8. Anye punah bhagavata pruva udvijam vidvudrijam Vibhram Shritartha Rachana Kim Urukarmasya Siddhasi Bhukshva Vibhavan Nija Dharma Doha Divyan Narel Durhingan Drupavikriyabhi Anne Punar Bhagavato Bruva Udvijrumbha Vibhram Shritatha Rachana Kim Urukarmasya Siddhasi Bhukshva Vibhavan Nija Dharma Dohan Divyan Narel Durhigan Drupavikriyabhi Anne Punah Bhagavata Bruvaha Udvijrumbaha Vibhram Shrita Artha Rachana Kim Urukramasya Siddhasi Bhukshva Vibhavan Nija Dharma Dohan Divyan narer durdhikan drupavikriyabhi anye others punaha again bhagavataha of the Lord dhruvaha of the eyebrows udvijrumbha by the movement vibhramashita annihilated artha rachanaha material achievements him what use urukramasya of Lord Vishnu for stepping siddha successful asi you are bhunkshva enjoy vidwan the gifts vibhavan the gifts nija dharma by your own principles of devotion dohan gain divyan transcendental naraihi by persons durvigan difficult to obtain nrupa vikriyabhihi proud of aristocracy. Translation and purport by His Loving Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Karda Muni continued, what is the use of enjoyments other than the Lord's grace? All material achievements are subject to annihilated simply by a movement of eyebrows of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. By your principles of devotion to your husband, you have achieved and can enjoy transcendental gifts very rarely obtained by persons proud of aristocracy and material possessions. Purport. Lord Chaitanya recommended that the greatest achievement of a human life is to achieve the grace of the Lord, love of God. He said, Prema Pumartho Mahan. To achieve love of Godhead is the highest perfection of life. The same perfection is recommended by Kardama Muni to his wife. His wife belonged to a very aristocratic royal family. Kardama Muni to his, Generally, those who are very materialistic or who possess material wealth and prosperity are unable to appreciate the value of transcendental love of God. Although Devavati was a princess coming from a very great royal family, fortunately, she was under the supervision of her great husband, Kardama Muni, who offered her the best gift which can be bestowed in human life, the grace of the Lord or love of God. This grace of Lord was achieved by Devahuti by the goodwill and satisfaction of her husband. She served her husband, who was a great devotee and saintly person, with a great sincerity, love, affection, and service. And Kardama Muni was satisfied. He willingly gave love of God, and he recommended that she accept it and enjoy it because he had already achieved it. Love of God is not an ordinary commodity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was worshipped by Rupa Goswami because he distributed love of God, Krishna Prema, to everyone. Rupa Goswami praised him as Mahavadanyaya, a greatly beneficent personality, because he was freely distributing to everyone the love of God, which is achieved by wise men only after many, many births. Krishna Prema, Krishna consciousness is the highest gift which can be bestowed on anyone whom we presume to love. One word used in this verse, Nija Dharma Dohan, is very significant. Devahuti, as the wife of Kardama Muni, achieved an invaluable gift from her husband because she was very faithful to him. For a woman, the first principle of religion is to be faithful to her husband. If fortunately the husband is great personality, then the combination is perfect and the lives of both the wife and husband are at once fulfilled. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च। श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। अन्ये पुनर भगवतो ब्रुवः उद विजृंभः। विभ्रंशितार्थ रचनाः किम उरुक्रमस्य सिद्धासि भुङ्क्ष्वः विभवान् निजधर्म दोहान् दिव्यान् नरेर दुर्विघान् नृप विक्रियाभिः। अन्य पुनर्भगवतो ध्रुव उद्विजृंभ। Everything gets annihilated just by the blinking of or the movement of Lord's eyebrows. So what he is explaining here, he is explaining here that how this material world is temporary. And generally the people with a materialistic propensity, what they desire, they wanted to achieve something in this material world. And whatever they think precious of this material world, they wanted to give whom they love. This is what happened generally. When you want to give some gift, and if someone has pleased you, then what do? You wanted to give the best of the material world. But here, why Kardama Muni is explaining first of all that everything in this material world just gets annihilated? Because what he is giving as a gift to his wife is most precious thing in the whole creation. And what is that? The grace of God. Whatever he has achieved. And then he says, why he is giving that? Siddhasi bhungshva vibhavan nija dharma dohan. You have become perfect by what? By performing your nija dharma. I'm giving it to you because you have achieved it, because you have followed your nija dharma. And what is the nija dharma for wife? The purport Prabhupada says, the most important principle for a wife is to remain faithful to her husband. And she did that. And that's why he has given her that, which is Divyan Narer Durdhighan Nrupa Vikri Yah. See, generally what happens, people who are materialistic and who are born in aristocratic families, to accept the existence of Lord or to accept the control of Lord is very difficult. Very rare people from the aristocratic family, they become devotee of the Lord. The whole history tells about that. Because this material opulences and so-called knowledge of this material world never let us surrender. It makes us more independent in our thoughts and in our deeds. And it makes us very difficult to understand the common thing, and that itself becomes uncommon for the people. Like twice, this NASA scientists tried to go out of the Earth orbit, and whenever there's a trouble, they ask everyone, please pray for these people. So even though by your material achievements you can go on the top, but results are not in your hands. Who is controlling that results? Vishnu. But people in general, they don't realize that. They think that it's they, with their own endeavor, are going to get it. If they put that endeavor for the pleasure of the Lord, then they are going to get it. But if they are putting that endeavor to puff up or to, what they call, blow on their own ego, then they are going to get destroyed. Because nothing is difficult for the Lordship. To create something, you have to put extra endeavor. But to maintain that, you have to put much more endeavor. Because the nature of this material world never keeps at same place. It always sinks down. So to keep it at proper place and position and grow it, it needs extra endeavor. And that's why Lord has kept that particular thing with him. And especially the destruction. How that happens? Just by the mere movement of Lord's eyebrows. Then one can understand how powerful Lord is. And anything related with him must be powerful. Either his pastimes, either his holy name, his devotees are all powerful. Sometimes Lord he himself says that my devotees are more powerful than me. Why? Because devotees have an ability to give that lordship to anyone. They can purify most of the sinister person. That's the qualification of this. And they are able to give which Lord he himself is not to give, not able to give. And what is that? See here. Kardama Muni, he just got pleased with his wife who was faithful to him and who was serving so humbly, and she satisfied her husband. And he just gave her the Lord's mercy. In the previous purport, we have seen that what that Lord's grace means. Huh?
Yes, we pray from the lamentation.
Lamentation, and one more thing, what is that?
Lova Mohan.
Trishna tendency to enjoy and
Fear and
no, desire to enjoy and lamentation. And fear, the Lord's grace means becoming fearless. Because there are varieties of fears in our life. In Vairagya Shatak, Bhartrihari Maharaj, he explains about that. And he says in the text number 31 in Vairagya Shatak, Bhoge roga bhayam, kule chuti bhayam, vitte nripalad bhayam, mane dainya bhayam, bale ripu bhayam, रूपे जराया भयम, शास्त्रे वादी भयम, गुणे खल भयम, काये कृतांताद भयम, सर्व वस्तु भयान्वितम, भुवि नृणाम वैराग्य एवं अभयम. हाँ, भोगे रोग भयम. In enjoyment, there is always a fear of disease. Because if body is in disease condition, can't enjoy. Either materially or spiritually. And that's why it is said that even spiritually also you need to take care of your body. Shariram idam khalu dharma sadhana. Because this body is the real instrument for performing your services to the Lordship or to enjoy materially. So the person who has a tendency to get enjoyment by enjoying in different ways, enjoying his senses in different ways, he is always scared of what? The person who is materialistic, they are always scared of disease. Because in disease condition, you can't enjoy. There's no enjoyment at all. Like there was one person who was in Europe or America. So he was filthiest rich person. He had more than like 200-300 cooks at home. And every day he used to have each and every different dish from all the other parts of the world. And that never lasts for long. One day he got a disease. Because of that, his digestive tract becomes so weak that he was not able to digest anything. And doctor suggested him he can only survive by drinking some mother's milk. And he was like a 60, 65 or more than that. He was a filthy rich person, but none of the women was ready to feed him. Who will do that? The breastfeeding mother, maybe she must be like a 25 to 30, not more than that. How she can feed her milk to a person who is like a 65 years old? Nobody was ready. Then one South African lady, she agreed and she did it. He lasted for more than 2 or 3 months, and after that he died. Even you want to enjoy material also, you need to have a proper body. And if it is disease, then there is no enjoyment. So the person who is a bhogi is always fear of roga, disease. Then the people who are born in aristocratic families, if they go against the social and cultural etiquettes of that particular status, then there is always fear of falling down from their status. They can't maintain their status quo. And that we have seen, like a recent century, we have seen how these all aristocratic people, they have lost their dignity. They have lost their culture. So definitely if culture is not there, samskaras are not there, where you are going to get reform? And tendency of this material world is always going down. So if you don't follow the social etiquette and according to your class and status, you're going to get fall down. For the aristocratic people, fear is of defaming. Then Vittendrapalat bhayam means what? Previously, like the whole Chanakya's era, why it has happened? Dhananand and his father, they looted the whole their kingdom itself. Being a king, he's supposed to take care of the assets of his citizens. But he himself became a big thief. And he stole away millions of gold coins and put them underground in the forest. And he killed so many innocent people to hide out that whole thing. So the people in general, especially in the age of Akali, they are really fearful of government because government extracts taxes like anything from your income. How honestly you may have earned it, but government has a different ways to extract taxes from you. So people are always afraid of new government, what they are going to put again and how they are going to extract us. Then mane dainya bhayam. If someone is respected, for him disrespect or dishonor or insult is always a fear. Like sometimes happen, you are in the public place and your son comes and he speaks something which is really insulting. You always feel afraid of, oh no, now he has come. What he will speak, we don't know. So mane dainya bhayam. There is always fear of getting disrespected. Bale ripu bhayam. Like a person who is really powerful, he is always have fear of his enemy. Like a weak person, what he has to fear of? He knows that if someone comes, he is going to beat me up because I am Rupe Jara bhayam. And whoever is beautiful, they are as well always afraid of getting old. Nobody likes wrinkles on their eyes and face. And that's where this whole plastic surgery thing is going on in the world widely. People are spending millions and millions of dollars on that just to maintain their so-called beauty. But what is the real beauty? Real thing that can attract you, that is character. And in this age of Akali, nobody cares about what character you have. People are just selfish and they wanted to extract how much they can extract from you. So whether you are worthy or not, they don't bother about that. You have money, so that is what most important nowadays. Then Shastrevadi, any scholar, he is always afraid of debate. I think that somebody may come and he may defeat and I may lose my fame. Gune khala bhayam. And the pious people are always having a fear of impious people. You don't know what sort of nonsense again they will create. Khala, the word itself is that आप नेपाली में क्या कहते हैं उसको? खली बोलते हैं उसको.
मसाला बनाते हैं.
So वो जगह ही ऐसी कि
ऊपर का मूसल खाल है ऐसे.
So the person, khala means what? Who always keeps people in trouble. If something you have put it in khala means what? It's going to get crushed. It is for certain. So same way this khala, they are going to crush. Either they will crush themselves or they will crush others. or ultimately kaya kritantat bhayam. If someone says I don't have fear of anything, but no one can say that he is not fearful of death. Everyone has a fear of death, because in this world sarvam vastu bhayanvitam. Govindrinav, hey Rajan, everything in this material world is full of fear. Then what is that which can give you abhayam? Vairagyam evam abhayam. Detachment from all this can give you abhaya. And as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, what are the byproducts of the bhakti? Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayajataha. Janetishu Jnana Vairagya. There are two byproducts of devotional service. One is jnana, knowledge, and second is vairagya. And just to develop that vairagya in her wife's heart, he is explaining first of all that by the mere movement of Lord's eyebrows, this whole material creation gets destroyed. So nothing is permanent. So don't get attached anything materially. This knowledge he gives, and then he develops vairagya in her heart. And how that vairagya comes? When she gets the grace of the Lord. So one who renders devotion service or get the mercy of devotees, he gets automatically jnana and vairagya. And that vairagya itself gives him fearlessness. Hare Krishna. So any question, any comment?
यहाँ पर श्री भगवान विष्णु के भ्रिकुटी चरण से ही हम हो जाए
भगवान त्रिकोटी बैठा था
भ्रिकुटी वाले
Eyebrows. Poe भगवान.
सर भ्रिकुटी वाले
उसको भ्रुकुटी.
तो हमेशा
नाश हो जाता है. भगवान के केवल ऐसे देखने से सारा नाश हो जाता है.
पूरा सृष्टि जितना है सब खत्म हो गया.
व्यक्ति ऐसे कब देखता है? कब देता है? क्या कारण रहता है उसके पीछे? कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है इसलिए ना. क्या हो रहा है भाई? हाँ? तो भगवान जैसे ऐसे कर देते हैं ना, हो गया, फिर जगत का नाश हो जाता है.
रामचंद्र जी जब गए थे तब भी तो
हाँ, केवल ऐसे
थोड़ा खेती करने लगे तो पूरा उछल गया था समुद्र.
डर गया.
तो हम लोग करेंगे तो होगा ऐसा क्या?
लड़कियां है ना, 9 लड़कियां है ना. आगे पढ़ेंगे, आगे पढ़िए, उन श्लोकों में दिया. तंत्रा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय.